And we haven't covered all of this yet. If I have a red line through it, it means you are not responsible for it this semester. This would be really good flashcards. However, you already know a third to a half of this, because if you look at this carefully, lithium is +1. Well, hey, it's in the 1A family. You knew it was +1 by position. So you know a load of these guys. And we've already added silver to our list. And then I've taken out some you don't need. But here's your Fe2, Fe3. So that's a real good one. Or from my notes, it's page 59 in my notes, I have the list of the need to know. So, let's come over here. I'm going to make one up. And we are now in the variable metal and non-metal. So, I give you a formula like this. Okay, here's how my thinking goes on this when I'm trying to think up the name. I look at this and I go, iron. I know it's variable. Then I go to my memory and I think, okay, what does iron exist as? 2 and 3. Okay, which is it here? It's 3 because you can do the double cross up. And this would say 3, that would say -1 for the chloride. Because when you do the double cross up, then you just add your charges, and in this country, we put positive and then negative. Okay, so we just decided it's +3, but you've got to know what exists, 2 and 3. So this is the higher. So we can name it 2 different ways, and both ways are correct. Bruce, you want to take one of them?
Ferric chloride.
Okay, ferric chloride. Okay, now, if we don't like Latin, Russell, what could we say?
Iron 3 chloride.
Iron 3 chloride. Always 2 words. You don't capitalize unless it just happens to be in the first of some sentence. So, like that. Now, ferric chloride. Notice, and here's a point of confusion. This 3 has got nothing to do with subscripts. That 3 has to do with charge on the iron. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, I've got HGO. Now, here's my thinking process. I look at that and I go, mercury, it's variable. What exists for mercury? 1 and 2. Okay, and you can glance over there for today. 1 and 2. Well, we got to decide which is it here, and our double cross up is going to kind of fail us here. But we know oxygen, don't we, by position. What's the charge? Sarah, what's the charge on an oxygen? -2, which means this mercury must be +2. See how your double cross would fail you? You'd come up 1 and 1, but you ought to have a reality check and go, wait a minute, oxygen is not -1. Because you know it by position. So once you have the charges, then you're all set to name them. So Sarah, take it either way you want.
Mercury, would it be like mercury 2
Yeah.
oxide?
Mercury 2. Tell me more.
Oxide?
Oxide. Because it is binary, we still have that IDE ending. Now, if we wanted to go, it's actually not the Latin, but if we want to use the us or the ig ending, Nikki in the 3rd row, hit it. Mercuric. Accent a little bit different. Mercuric oxide. Yeah. Mercuric oxide. Okay, are we all right that way? Now, let's try it the other direction. And this just takes practice. Okay, let's go the other direction. Okay, I look at that, and here's my thinking process. I see the "ide," so that tells me it's binary, so I know I just have copper and I just have sulfur. Okay, now, when I write those 2 down, what's our charge on our sulfur? We know it by position. So Meredith, look up there for sulfur, and it's going to be, can you spot it? Move to the right.
Oh, okay, I see it. -2.
-2. Okay, which means the copper right here, Meredith, is what?
2 plus 2.
Plus 2. So the formula then, Meredith, would be
Just CUS.
CUS. Almost a word, cuss. Okay? So, cupric sulfide, be able to go either way. Now, let's move to the next part. And it's part C. And part C is going to be what's called pseudo-binary. Have you analyzed that? Pseudo means fake or false. So we have 3 to fit in here, and they are fake or false binaries. And here is part of them. We have this polyatomic ion, NH4+, and its name is ammonium. Not ammonia, IA, that's the neutral compound. Ammonium ion. If you're working in OWL, they're going to make you say ammonium ion. They count it wrong if you don't add the word ion. So this is one. This is another, and it's called hydroxide. Okay, and the other one, Cn minus. Does anybody know what that stuff is?
Cyanide.
Cyanide. Okay, now let's put this together. If I have KCl, if I have some of this stuff, if I look at it, technically it is ternary because I have potassium, I have carbon, and I have nitrogen. However, Cn is a polyatomic ion. When we say polyatomic ion, as in fact all 3 of these are polyatomic ions, okay, what we mean is, first of all, it's an ion, which means charged particle. Polyatomic. Poly means a few. So a few atoms in this ion. They hang together, and for us right now, they never come apart. They are a unit. Siamese twins. No surgery in sight. Okay? All right, so we come over here, and we got to recognize this as a pseudo-binary, because this guy acts like one thing. And we just read it left to right. So, take a look at it here. Antonio hit it.
Potassium cyanide.
Perfect. Potassium cyanide, which is what all the spies used to carry in there. A capsule of it in order, if they got caught, they could take it, die fast and painless, so they thought. Potassium cyanide. Acid, base, or salt?
Salt.
Salt. Okay. Now, let's try another one. I have this material. Okay, now, I look at that, technically it is ternary, but aha, we know that is acting as one thing. And so we're just going to read it left to right. It is a pseudo-binary here. Nicole, in the other row, row 2, can you name it for me?
Calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide. Acid, base, or salt?
Base.
Base. Strong or weak?
Strong.
Strong. Good deal. All right, let's try. Let's see, we've used that one, we've used that one. Let's try this one. Okay, we look at it. Again, technically it is ternary, but because we recognize that that acts as a unit, it's a pseudo-binary. So all you have to read is left to right. Alex, hit it.
Nitrogen hydrochloride? Oh, ammonium chloride, sorry.
Ammonium chloride. You just read it left to right. Okay, so you can handle those, right? Okay, next category. And you could run it the opposite way. Okay, if I said ammonium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, okay, ammonium, can anybody tell me what it is? NH4 and it's plus. Ammonium hydroxide, what's the hydroxide? OH, what's the charge? Minus. Okay, +1, -1, that's on your memory list, it's on that horrendous list up here.
Those two would show up together.
Yeah, and so what would you write then as your final product?
NH4OH.
Yeah, NH4OH.